Summer. A time of nice weather, long days out with your friends, ice cream, beaches, and joy all around. My chip sensors are tingling. Someone is enjoying something that I don't. It's time to make an animated video complaining about it. Summer, go away. I don't like it. Why? No, it's not because I'm fat and lazy and never go outside and thus have never adjusted to the hot weather. I mean, I might be... only like 10% of the reason though. The rest of them are completely valid, okay? Let's go. Number 1. Hot. Ew. What the heck? Being too hot is the worst thing ever, because sweating is the worst thing ever. It's wet and sticky, it smells bad. I don't know about you, but I strongly dislike all of those things. It's especially annoying when you go have a nice shower, get all clean and stuff, and then you get out and it's hot. And you just get sweaty again. Like, bro, now I gotta shower again. My water bill can't deal with me taking like 5 showers a day. What do I look like? Someone who has a lot of money? Or doesn't have sweat glands? That's like a 3% chance. Oh, that's actually a lot higher than I expected. When people ask me, would you rather freeze to death or burn to death? I always say, oh, I'd much rather freeze to death, of course. Thank you for asking. And I don't know exactly what it feels like to freeze or burn to death, but I do know how it feels to be too cold or too hot. And being too hot is like way worse. Basically, when you're too cold, it's much easier to get warm again than to get cool when you're too hot. I know when you freeze it to death, you don't have a choice, but let's just put that analogy away, okay? Just forget about it, please, okay? The way you're cold, you can put on a jacket, or a jumper, or a scarf, or a blanket, and then you're warm again. But when you're hot, what can you do? Take off your shirt? That's it. And half the population can't even do that. But even if it were socially acceptable to walk around in public with no clothes, if you're still hot, what are you supposed to do? That's why you have to chug ice water wherever you go or waft a piece of paper in your face. Let's talk about that for a second. When did paper fans get a social stigma? When you see someone wafting a fan in their face, you immediately think, wow, what a tool. You immediately see them as like snobby or something. Wafting a fan in your face gives you this pompous, snobby look because you immediately think of these like 20th century high-class middle-aged women sitting in their private gazebo holding parasols and looking down on filthy peasants. What the heck? It's like 70 degrees centigrade out here, and I'm not able to cool myself down without people giving me that look. Oh, I do apologize if I made you feel looked down upon by my act of trying not to suffer a heat stroke. But I think the thing I hate most about summer is that I can't even complain about it. You see, I'm from Britain, the West Midlands, and the hottest it would get there was like 21 degrees, and that was too hot for me. And then when I moved to Germany, geez, it got up to like 30 degrees last week. I'm not really suited to that kind of temperature, so it was hell for me. Oh, you think that's hot? Well, here in the Sahara Desert, we get up to 47 degrees. Yeah, I'm sure it's even hotter where you live. I appreciate that, I really do. But that doesn't forgo my right to complain about the weather. It's like if you get punched in the face, then someone will come up to you and be like, well, at least you didn't get punched in the face with a hammer. Like, of course there's worse, but I still got punched in the face. And it's not like I'm complaining about something petty either. I don't choose to sweat and feel dizzy and tired when it's 21 degrees. Trust me, I'd love to be able to tough it out and deal with 40 degrees weather, but it's just not physically possible. Obviously, people who grew up in averagely hotter climates are able to deal with hotter climates better than those who grew up in colder ones. The whole my country's hotter than yours argument is like if a lion would go up to a polar bear whose habitat is literally melting around him and be like, oh, you think that's hot? Then try living in Africa! I don't know, man, I think part of the reason I hate summer so much is because I love winter so much. Or actually, autumn is my favorite because it has the perfect temperatures and I like the call of the leaves and stuff. But winter's okay too. I do like the way snow looks before it gets trampled all over and turns into gross brown sludge. What I enjoy most about the cold is being able to wear jackets and jumpers and scarves. I just really enjoy clothing like that. They feel very, very cozy. I also appreciate the fact that you can wear the same shirt 3 times in a row and no one would know because you have a jacket over it. Whereas in summer it's like 2 is the maximum number of days you can wear the same thing in a row without people thinking you're kind of gross. And probably even only 1 a day because you probably sweated it all over it and it's actually gross. So you run out of shirts quicker and you gotta do the washing more often. I just can't be bothered with all that because it's hot and the heat makes me tired and not want to do anything. It's a vicious cycle of laziness. So if you're a summer person unlike me, you probably found this video quite annoying to sit through. If so, please tell me your reasons for liking it in the comments. I find it really interesting how different people can love or hate summer or winter. It doesn't even depend on what climate you live in. I know people from Britain who love summer and some who hate it like me. So, whatever floats your small vessel for traveling over water, let me know. Have a good summer.